Hello and welcome back to another preview. It's Everton versus Man United. This time the game will be at Old Trafford on Monday. We have had just two weeks of international break. It's been a long wait, but finally the Premier League is back. We have the first game to start the weekend is Chelsea versus Burnley. By the time it gets to Monday, all the teams would have played their games, which means we will probably be lower on the table. So this will be another important game. There will be pressure on the game, and hopefully, if we can win, then we can get catch up the teams that have lost the points, because there are going to be teams that are going to be losing points. We have a case where teams like Tottenham are playing Arsenal. Both teams are ahead of us, so any team that loses points will have a chance to catch up. So, in terms of the team news, Maguire is still not available. The injury that he sustained against Spurs, he's not healed from it. Sesko is also not available. Reports coming in the week are saying that he will be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Ruben Amorim was asked about it. He said he's not really sure specifically when he'll come back, but he will be back before the other guys go for AFCON. So the other guys are going for AFCON at around, the AFCON starts at 21st December. Normally, players have to leave 2 weeks before AFCON starts. But this time around, the club is trying to speak to the federations that are involved. This is Cameroon, Morocco, and Ivory Coast, to see if they can delay their departures, probably have one more week with them. That will be 2 extra games that they can play. We are in a very serious situation, considering Ahmad and Mbeumo are very critical players, including Mazrui. They are all a significant part of our team, and if we can have them for 2 extra games instead of the 2 weeks that is mandated that they leave, then that can be good. Sesko will want to be back until then, so hopefully we'll be back sooner and he can get up to speed, because we'll need all the players we can get for the period where the players will be at AFCON. So the Lisandro Martinez is also available. He trained with Argentina during the international break, went to Angola, then came back, trained with the youth that were there available, that had not gone for international breaks, as well as the players that were there, including players such as Zaxi. Mino is not yet recovered. Mino, you remember, he had a knock that kept him out of the Spurs game. He had not trained, and including Friday, he wasn't seen in training. So the manager was hopeful that Saturday or Sunday he might train, getting him ready for Monday. So those are the team news. In terms of the lineup, considering such the team news that we have presented, I think Clemens should continue in goal. He has done very well since he made his debut for Man United. He's not lost a game, including the debut he made recently for Belgium. Man United players had a good time in the international break, except for players like Mbeumo. Mbeumo was having a World Cup playoffs with Cameroon. They lost to DR Congo, so he won't be in the World Cup. We want your players to play at the biggest competition, so that is a sad thing. On the other front is that for Man United, he'll be able to get a full summer's rest and hopefully have a good season the next season. The season after the World Cup can affect players, especially those who get tired because of their players, the injuries that can arise from there. So if you have a players that can have the good summer break, then have good preseason and play the next season, that can also be good. I would have loved him to be at the World Cup, but it seems that he won't be there because the team has not qualified. So in terms of the defense, Yoro, Delete, Shaw are the sensible defenders we have for now. Martinez is not ready to start. He's ready to go to the game, as Ruben Amorim said, but he's not ready to start. Maguire also is injured. So those should be the three at the back. The midfield chooses itself. Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro have been the best midfield for us. You can see every time Casemiro comes off, we get weaker. Look at how Ugarte played in the last previous game. Also, even Mainu, when he came on, he wasn't able to get a hold of the game. So Casemiro has been very fundamental, and he should continue. Hopefully, he can play longer than the 60 minutes he's been playing, because the more he plays, the more we have a higher chance of winning the game. In the left wing back position, Dogu had a very good international break. He scored in the game against Scotland, but unfortunately they lost that game and won't be going to the World Cup except to the playoffs. So the playoffs have been decided. They'll play the playoffs and hopefully they can qualify. Ahmad picks himself in the right wing back position. The partnership between Ahmad and Mbeumo has been very good, because it has been our biggest threat has come from the right wing side. So that should continue. Mbeumo picks himself in the right 10. In the left 10, we'll go with Mount. Mount will come in as the replacement for Sesko. Every time Sesko has not played, we have played Mbeumo, Mount, and Cunha. So I think that will continue. Cunha will play in the striking. Mount can also play in the striking. They can interchange between each other, even Mbeumo, but it will be a fluid front three. Zaxi can come in the second half. Mount has not been completing the game, so he can have a 60 minutes. Then you can have Zaxi, but with this team, I think it should be enough to get a result against, get a win against Everton. In terms of the head-to-head, we have had a very good head-to-head against Everton. In fact, we beat them most of the games. If you look at the last 5 games, we have won 4. Last season, they were able to draw a game at Goodison Park. They started very well. They were 2-0 up, but we were able to get back into the game 2-2. And hopefully, if there were more minutes to be added, the momentum was with us, so we could have scored a goal. So if you look at the 2022-23 season, we won home and away. The 23-24 season, home and away also. So this last season is the season where we didn't win home and away. So if you look at this game, if we only play as we are supposed to, in the way that we have been playing with the intensity, we have been playing, winning the second balls, doing everything we can for every person to put in 100% effort, I think this is a game that we can win. It's also at Old Trafford, and we have had a very good home form. I think we have won the last 4 games at home, except for Arsenal. All the other games that we have played at home, we have won. So I think this is something that should continue. Ruben Amorim was even asked about it, and he said last season we weren't as confident playing at home as they are this season. We lost so many games at home last season, and one of the things that you want to progress as a team is to win your games at home. If you can win your games at home, then win 50% of the games that you have away, then you can make Europe, and that is the target for this season. So we hope that we can win this game. In terms of the form going into this game, Everton have not been very good away. They've lost most of their games away. In fact, the only game I think they have won is against Wolves. They have only scored five goals on the road for out of 6 games, so they don't score that much on the road. We still have to be wary of their danger men, and Ilman Diaye with the Dewsbury Hall has been creating a lot of chances. Jack Grealish has also had a lot of chances created. In fact, in terms of the most chances created, I think Mbeumo is at the top of the goal contributions, followed by those 3. So it's something that we have to be wary of. If we can mark their threatening players very well, this is a game we can win. So by we can discuss by Monday after the game. Let's see how the game goes. Hopefully, we can have a review of the game, looking at a win and looking at progression in the table. So until then, see you in the next one.